Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a time in life when we all face our limitations. We see them as barriers, as reasons to give up, as excuses to step back instead of moving forward. But the truth is, our weaknesses are not meant to defeat us. They are meant to develop us. They are not meant to break us, but to build us into something stronger, something greater than we ever imagined. So do not run from your weaknesses. Do not be ashamed of them. Instead, embrace them, work on them, and allow them to shape you into the person you were meant to be. Because strength is not born from ease and comfort. It is forged in the fire of struggle. And when you rise above, you will stand taller, stronger, and wiser than ever before. Too often, people allow their weaknesses to define them. They say, I am not good enough, I am not strong enough, or I don't have what it takes. But history tells us a different story. Some of the most successful people the world has ever seen were once considered weak, unqualified, or even failures. What made the difference? They did not run from their weaknesses, they confronted them, learned from them, and turned them into strengths. What we perceive as weaknesses are often not permanent. They are not fixed traits, nor are they lifelong limitations that define our worth or potential. Instead, weaknesses are areas of our lives that can be shaped, refined, and transformed with effort, patience, and the right mindset. The way we view our weaknesses determines whether they will hold us back or push us forward. Too many people accept their weaknesses as unchangeable, believing that they are bound by their flaws, their failures, or their shortcomings. But the truth is, weaknesses can become strengths when we understand that they are not permanent and we commit to overcoming them. A weakness is often nothing more than an undeveloped skill, a lack of experience, or an unfamiliar challenge. When a child first learns to walk, they fall repeatedly. If they were to believe that falling is a sign they will never walk, they would remain on the ground. But with every fall, their muscles strengthen, their balance improves, and eventually what was once a weakness, an inability to stand, becomes a strength. This is the same for any skill, ability, or trait we wish to develop. If someone struggles with public speaking, it is not because they are incapable of speaking confidently. It is because they have not yet trained themselves to do so. If someone lacks patience, it does not mean they are permanently impatient. It means they have yet to practice self-control and develop the ability to remain calm under pressure. Growth is a process, and within this process, weaknesses gradually become strengths. But the transformation does not happen by ignoring weaknesses or pretending they do not exist. It happens when we acknowledge them, accept that they are areas that need improvement, and commit to working on them. The first step in this process is self-awareness. When we recognize our weaknesses, we give ourselves the opportunity to change. Many people avoid confronting their weaknesses because it is uncomfortable to admit where they fall short. However, refusing to acknowledge a weakness does not make it disappear. It only allows it to persist. Facing a weakness head-on with the mindset that it is something that can be worked on is the beginning of turning it into a strength. Once we have identified our weaknesses, we must approach them with a mindset of growth. Instead of seeing them as roadblocks, we must see them as stepping stones. A person who is naturally shy may believe they will always struggle in social situations. But by slowly stepping out of their comfort zone, engaging in conversations, and practicing communication, they can develop confidence. Over time, what was once a weakness, the fear of speaking, becomes a strength that allows them to connect with others in meaningful ways. The same applies to academic struggles, career challenges, or personal difficulties. Weaknesses lose their power when we take consistent action to improve upon them. Effort and perseverance play a crucial role in this transformation. It is easy to believe that people who are naturally gifted at something never struggled in that area. But behind every skill, every talent, and every success story is a person who once had to work through their weaknesses. Athletes who dominate their sport were once beginners who lacked the strength, speed, or coordination they now possess. Great writers were once individuals who struggled to find the right words. Leaders who inspire others were once people who lacked confidence or struggled to make decisions. They did not reach their success by avoiding their weaknesses. They reached it by pushing through them, practicing, failing, and trying again until their weakness no longer controlled them. Another essential part of turning weaknesses into strengths is seeking help when needed. Too often, people try to overcome their weaknesses alone, believing that asking for help is a sign of further weakness. But the reality is that guidance, mentorship, and support can accelerate growth. A person struggling with mathematics may find that a tutor helps them grasp concepts they once thought were impossible to understand. Someone who struggles with discipline may benefit from the structure and accountability provided by a mentor or coach. Growth does not happen in isolation. Others see challenges as an opportunity to grow, understanding that each hardship is a lesson in disguise. The difference between these two mindsets is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. Life is filled with uncertainties, and no one is born with complete confidence, skill, or wisdom. These qualities are developed through experience, and experience comes from pushing through difficulties, not running from them. Consider a person who lacks confidence in public speaking. At first, they may feel nervous, unprepared, and even incapable. Their voice may shake, their thoughts may scatter, and they may feel as though they will never improve. But if they continue to push through the discomfort, if they practice and refine their skills, they will find that each speech becomes easier than the last. Eventually, what was once a weakness transforms into a strength, and they become someone who speaks with authority and conviction. The challenge of speaking publicly does not defeat them. It builds their confidence, sharpens their communication skills, and helps them grow into a stronger individual. This principle applies to every aspect of life. Challenges are opportunities in disguise, and the struggles we face today prepare us for greater success in the future. A student who struggles academically may feel discouraged, believing that they are simply not smart enough. But through effort, discipline, and persistence, they can turn their weakness into a strength. The process of overcoming academic challenges teaches them problem-solving skills, time management, and resilience, qualities that will serve them far beyond the classroom. What once seemed like a disadvantage becomes a source of strength, proving that difficulties are not barriers but stepping stones toward success. In times of struggle, people often feel the urge to quit, to take the easier path, or to avoid discomfort altogether. But growth never happens in comfort. The most successful people in the world have faced rejection, failure, and hardship before reaching their goals. Athletes endure years of training, pushing their bodies and minds beyond their limits. Writers receive countless rejections before their work is recognized. Entrepreneurs experience failure before achieving success. What separates them from those who give up is their understanding that challenges are not the end of the road, but rather a necessary part of the journey. They do not see failure as a sign to stop. They see it as an opportunity to learn, adjust, and try again with greater wisdom. There's a reason why adversity strengthens character. When faced with a challenge, a person has two choices. They can either allow it to defeat them or use it to develop resilience, patience, and determination. Those who persevere through hardships develop an unshakable confidence in themselves. They learn that they are capable of more than they once believed, and with each challenge they overcome, they grow stronger. Adversity forces people to dig deep within themselves, to push past their fears, and to tap into potential they may not have realized they possess. History is filled with examples of individuals who turned their greatest struggles into their greatest victories. Many of the world's most influential figures faced overwhelming difficulties before they achieved success. Their stories are not about avoiding hardship, but about using it as fuel for growth. They understood that every setback was a setup for a comeback, and that strength is not given. It is earned through perseverance. These individuals prove that challenges are not meant to stop us, but to shape us into who we are meant to be. Hardships also teach us empathy, humility, and gratitude. When a person has struggled, they develop a deeper understanding of the struggles of others. They become more compassionate, more patient, and more willing to help those in need. Without challenges, people often take their blessings for granted. But when they have experienced difficulties firsthand, they learn to appreciate even the smallest victories. The struggles they endure not only make them stronger, but also make them wiser, allowing them to use their experiences to uplift and inspire others. People who embrace challenges do not see them as punishments or as signs of failure. Instead, they see them as opportunities for personal growth. They understand that the struggles they face today are preparing them for a future they cannot yet see. With each hardship they overcome, they become stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever life throws their way. Their weaknesses no longer hold them back. Instead, they become the foundation upon which their strengths are built. If you want to turn your weakness into strength, you must first change the way you see it. A weakness is not a sentence. It is an opportunity. It is a challenge that says, rise above. It is a test that says, overcome. And when you do, you will find that the very thing you once considered your greatest limitation has now become your greatest strength. True strength is not measured by how easily one succeeds, but by how one responds to failures, setbacks, and moments of weakness. Many people believe that strength comes from natural talent, intelligence, or physical power, but real strength is forged in the fire of adversity. The strongest individuals are not those who have never faced hardship, but those who have embraced their struggles, learned from their failures, and used them as stepping stones to success. Resilience, perseverance, and self-discipline are not traits that people are born with. They are developed through experience, hardship, and an unwavering commitment to growth. Failures and mistakes are often seen as weaknesses, but in reality, they are some of the most powerful tools for personal development. Every successful person has encountered failure at some point, and it is through those failures that they gain the wisdom and strength needed to achieve greatness. When a person fails, they are presented with a choice. They can either let failure define them, or they can use it as a lesson to improve and move forward. Those who understand that failure is not the end, but rather a necessary part of success, are the ones who rise above their circumstances and accomplish great things. Perseverance is one of the most valuable qualities a person can develop. Life is full of obstacles, and those who give up at the first sign of difficulty will never reach their full potential. Those who push forward despite setbacks, however, develop a mental and emotional toughness that cannot be shaken. A person who is determined to succeed does not allow temporary failures to deter them. Instead, they see every failure as an opportunity to refine their approach, strengthen their skills, and build the resilience needed to withstand future challenges. Each time they fall, they rise stronger, more prepared, and more determined than before. There are countless examples of individuals who have turned their greatest failures into their greatest triumphs. Inventors, entrepreneurs, athletes, and leaders throughout history have faced rejection, defeat, and disappointment, yet they refused to quit. They understood that every failure was a lesson, every setback was an opportunity, and every struggle was a test of their perseverance. The path to success is rarely smooth, and those who achieve greatness are those who continue moving forward, even when the journey is difficult. They recognize that the struggle itself is what builds character, sharpens focus, and fuels ambition. Self-discipline is another crucial aspect of turning weaknesses into strengths. Many people assume that motivation is the key to success, but motivation is temporary. It fades in the face of obstacles, distractions, and difficulty. Self-discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps a person moving forward even when they do not feel like it. A person who lacks self-discipline may start with enthusiasm but will struggle to maintain progress when challenges arise. Those who have developed discipline, however, do not rely on fleeting emotions or external encouragement. They set goals, commit to consistent effort, and push through difficulties with unwavering determination. Developing self-discipline requires practice, patience, and a willingness to step outside of one's comfort zone. A person who lacks confidence in a particular area can strengthen their abilities through consistent effort. For example, a writer who struggles to put their thoughts into words may feel discouraged by their lack of skill. However, by committing to daily practice, studying the craft, and learning from mistakes, they can gradually improve. Over time, what once seemed like an insurmountable weakness transforms into a refined skill. This process applies to all areas of life, whether it be academics, physical fitness, personal growth, or professional success. Self-discipline is the foundation upon which lasting strength is built. One of the most important lessons in turning weaknesses into strengths is understanding that progress takes time. Many people expect instant results and become frustrated when they do not see immediate improvement. However, true growth is a gradual process that requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to embrace the struggle. Those who are willing to put in the effort, remain consistent, and trust the process will find that their weaknesses slowly fade away, replaced by newfound strength and confidence. Failure, perseverance, and self-discipline are interconnected. Failure teaches valuable lessons, perseverance ensures that those lessons are applied, and self-discipline provides the consistency needed to transform weaknesses into strength. Those who embrace this process develop an inner strength that cannot be shaken by temporary setbacks or external challenges. They no longer fear failure because they understand that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, they see them as stepping stones toward their goals. Many people spend their lives avoiding discomfort, fearing failure, and waiting for the perfect moment to take action. However, those who achieve greatness do not wait for ideal circumstances. They understand that every challenge they face is a chance to grow stronger, and every failure they experience is a lesson that brings them closer to success. By embracing failure, developing perseverance, and practicing self-discipline, they build a foundation of strength that allows them to overcome any obstacle. In the journey of life, true strength is not found in avoiding failure, but in how we respond to it. Every weakness we face is an opportunity for growth. Every failure is a lesson, and every challenge is a stepping stone towards success. Those who persevere despite setbacks, who discipline themselves to keep moving forward, and who embrace struggle as part of their transformation will discover an unshakable inner strength. The road to success is not meant to be easy, but it is in the difficulties that we develop the resilience, wisdom, and character needed to achieve greatness. So let us not fear failure. Let us not be discouraged by setbacks, and let us not see our weaknesses as limitations. So instead, let us rise above them, using them as fuel to push us forward, shaping us into stronger, wiser, and more determined individuals. Growth comes from struggle, success is built on perseverance, and true strength is formed in the moments we refuse to give up. Good luck on your journey of turning weaknesses into strengths. May you face challenges with courage, learn from every setback, and move forward with unwavering determination. Thank you.